How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. So today we're going to be talking about the old Donald Trumpster. He's starting to look like a very much viable presidential candidate again, and yeah, I'm all back on aboard the Trump train, man. He's definitely making some campaign promises, talking about the Chinese and the influence that they seem to have here in America, and especially in the Biden crime family in our White House. So we're going to go ahead and check out that clip. We're also going to be checking out a couple clips from reporters trying to get some statements from some of these globalist elites over there at the World Economic Forum. As you know, all these globalist elites are over there at the World Economic Forum right now, including, for whatever reason, old Brian Stelter, but I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess, the whole the theme of it is mis and disinformation, and he's one of the biggest proprietors of it. So I guess it does kind of make sense that he's there. But we're gonna go ahead and check out these clips. But as you guys know, it's the Liberty Bowl. So before we get into that, let's get into this. Here we go.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him.
We're losing our democracy!
More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Wake up!
Before we get into that, let's get into this.
China is buying up our country, while corrupt Democrats and rhino-type politicians in Washington have been spending trillions of dollars on the Green New Deal nonsense, foolish foreign wars, and providing lavish benefits to illegal aliens from all over the planet. China has been spending trillions of dollars to take over the crown jewels of the United States economy, and they are doing that. China is buying up our technology. They're buying up food supplies. They're buying up our farmland. They're buying up our minerals and natural resources. They're buying up our ports and shipping terminals, and with the help of a corrupt influence peddlers like the Biden crime family, China is even trying to buy up the pillars of the U.S. energy industry because, frankly, Biden and the group don't care about real energy. They only care about nonsense energy, energy that doesn't work, and it never will. While some are focused on China's purchases near power plants and military bases, the fact is we should be very concerned about all Chinese communist activity in the United States. As I have long said, economic security is national security. China does not allow American companies to take over their critical infrastructure, and America should not allow China to take over our critical infrastructure. I didn't allow it when I was president, and I won't allow it when we become president again. To protect our country, we need to enact aggressive new restrictions on Chinese ownership of any vital infrastructure in the United States, including energy, technology, telecommunications, farmland, natural resources, medical supplies, and other strategic national assets. We should stop all future Chinese purchases in these essential industries, and we should begin the process of forcing the Chinese to sell any current holdings that put our national security at risk. If we don't do this, the United States will be owned by China, which would make them very happy. When I'm president, I will ensure that America's future remains firmly in American hands, just as I did when I was president before. It'll happen again, and our country will be stronger than ever. Thank you.
All right, so on that first one there, we finally have Trump sounding like the type of presidential candidate that we all want again, right? He basically brings up the fact that China is currently buying up everything in the United States right now. Everything, that's critically related to our infrastructure, everything, from farmland, they're, purchasing up land, next to, power structures, military bases, all that type of stuff. They're buying up land all over the world for mineral rights, things like that. And basically is, pointing out the fact that we need to put a stop to this, right? So he also goes, saying things like criticizing the Biden administration and their focus on the Green New Deal and all this green energy that is clearly not working out very well. It's unreliable, as we're seeing in California right now with all of the they get a little bit of rain and power goes out. Yep, they don't have fucking sunshine, they don't have all that green fucking energy, and yep, they're fucked. And they also didn't manage to collect any of said rainwater that was literally falling from the sky. So they are still in the same bullshit situation that they've always been in, thanks to their old Green New Deals, right? So he also says that, he's always said economic security is truly national security. And when it comes to the Chinese Communist Party getting in here and trying to buy up all this, critical infrastructure here in America, and basically they're trying to cripple us. It's essentially what they're trying to do. That's what they've been trying to do for years, because essentially the Chinese Communist Party is out to make China a world superpower. They're the world superpower, right? So he's also saying that, that he wants to force China to sell any holdings that may put America at risk, right? Again, awesome. Definitely the type of shit that we want Trump to be coming out and saying again. As you also know, he has announced, I'm not too sure if he's announced it, but it's, pretty sure that he is going to be returning to Twitter and Facebook. He's currently in talks with Mark Zuckerberg and the Facebook staff to try and get himself reinstated on Facebook, but he is definitely going to be back on Twitter, so we're going to definitely be getting the old mean tweets again. And essentially he is clearly putting together a huge presidential run for 2024, and honestly couldn't support the guy more, right? Of course there is the whole oh well, what about Ron DeSantis? He can wait, right? He's got plenty of time. Florida really needs someone like Ron DeSantis right now, and Ron DeSantis is basically going to be able to prove that his anti-woke agenda is a working policy, is basically it makes sure that it works in Florida before he tries to bring it on to America. Furthermore, with our geopolitical situation, everything we have going on right now, what we really kind of need is someone with a bit more bravado, someone with a bit more, someone that's basically going to promise fire and fury and things like that to all of our foreign enemies, such as China. All right, we need to basically stop all this fucking, trying to funnel money and shit like that through Ukraine, through the Biden crime family, and through Burisma and all that stuff. And we really need to get this Biden crime family up out of the office, especially with all of their dealings with the Chinese and their apparent goal of making China the world superpower over the United States in order to I guess the monetary interests of the Biden crime family, right? So let's go ahead and check out our next video. These ones are basically some reporters going to the World Economic Forum. So let's go ahead and check out this first one. This first one is a independent journalist from Japan, and she goes ahead and catches up with Klaus Schwab, and well, you'll see how it goes. Check it out.
Chairman Schwab, I'm from Japan. May I ask you for? I'm from Japan.
Yeah.
And may I ask you for a comment?
No,
we're on our way to the next thing. We're a bit late.
I can just walk with you and then ask questions.
I think we're gonna rush actually. But thank you. Thanks very much.
Which media are you with?
I am an independent journalist from Japan.
No, thank you very much.
Yes.
I have to ask.
Thank you.
But I would like to ask just one question.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Where are you based?
I can just walk and ask you.
Thank you. No, sorry, we're in a big rush. We've got so many things tonight.
But for us,
but thank you.
It's very precious
I
moment.
know. Yeah. He's got so many people stopping that if he were to stop for everything, we win. That's the unfortunate. So I'm very sorry, but thank you.
But
thank you for trying.
Do you know the voice that worry about globalism?
Thank you.
There are many concerns.
Nice evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, purely, just the absolute elitist attitude. The same old like, oh, like who are you affiliated with? Like, oh, you're from Japan, okay. What media outlet are you with? Oh, you're independent. Bye. Basically, the whole thing is, all they want is softball questions. They want they want CNN, they want MSNBC, they want all these mainstream left wing communist fucking media outlets to basically softball pitch them some questions. They don't want to answer any real questions whatsoever, because essentially they are the Bond villains. They are the people that want to that are pushing this whole Great Reset agenda. They're the people that are basically out here crippling these smaller countries with all these Green New Deal, these whole basic economic totalitarianism. They've come out. Klaus Schwab himself has come out many times saying that he praises the Chinese Communist Party and their totalitarian style control that they have over their people. And essentially that's the way that these globalist elites kind of vision the rest of the world, right? They basically want an entire fucking globalist fucking one world fucking government. All right, so we're now going to go check out this video clip from Rebel News. Some journalists from Rebel News went ahead and asked the CEO of Pfizer some of the tough questions, and of course, again, he's going to just completely blow them off. That's what these elites do. So go ahead and check this out. This is some great shit.
Mr. Borla, can I ask you, when did you know that the vaccines didn't stop transmission? How long did you know that without saying it publicly?
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. Answer that question. I mean, we now know that the vaccines didn't stop transmission, but why did you keep it secret? You said it was 100% effective, then 90%, then 80%, then 70%. But we now know that the vaccines do not stop transmission. Why did you keep that secret?
Have a nice day.
I won't have a nice day until I know the answer. Why did you keep it a secret that your vaccine did not stop transmission?
Is it time to apologise to the world, sir? To give refunds back to the countries that poured all their money into your vaccine that doesn't work, your ineffective vaccine?
Yeah, you have a little bit around.
Are you not ashamed of what you've done in the last couple of years?
Do you have any apologies to the public, sir?
Are you proud of it? You've made millions on the backs of people's entire livelihoods. How does that feel to walk the streets as a millionaire on the backs of the regular person at home in Australia, in England, in Canada?
What do you think about on your yacht, sir? What do you think about on your private jet? Are you worried about product liability? Are you worried about myocarditis?
What about the sudden deaths?
What do you have to say about young men dropping dead of heart attacks every day? Why won't you answer these basic questions? No apology, sir.
Do you think you should be charged criminally for some of the criminal behaviour you've obviously been a part of?
How much money have you personally made off the vaccine?
How many boosters do you think it'll take for you to be happy enough with your earnings? Nothing?
Who did you meet with here in secret? Will you disclose who you met with? Who did you pay commissions to? In the past, Pfizer has paid $2.3 billion in fines for deceptive marketing. Have you engaged in that same conduct again? Are you under investigation like you were before for your deceptive marketing, sir?
If any other product in the world doesn't work as promised, you get a refund. Should you not refund to countries that laid out billions for your ineffective vaccine?
Are you used to only sympathetic media, so you don't know how to answer any questions?
Is that it? Shame on you, sir.
Shame on you. That's Albert Bourla, the boss of Pfizer. His people were pushing us around a little bit.
Mate, he's pretty fit. I don't reckon he's had one jab.
I'm huffing and puffing a bit.
All right. That's some tough line of questioning right there. So, as you guys know, all of these, globalist elites are in Davos right now for their annual World Economic Forum meeting, right? So, essentially, what the theme of this year's World Economic Forum is basically fighting cyber mis and disinformation, right? So basically, what we saw with the whole Nina Jankovic fucking thing this last year, all the whole disinformation governance boards that they were trying to pass here in America. Basically, the World Economic Forum is now trying to bring that onto a global scale, right? And so all this these questions that these two reporters were basically just asking, all this stuff was the mis and disinformation that they were trying to fight last year. This was all the stuff that they were banning people left and right, that they were destroying people's livelihoods over. That if you quoted Dr. Robert Malone or Dr. Peter McCullough, anything like that, basically, nope, you're gone for spreading mis and disinformation, right? Today, it's to the point where they can't hide it no more. All of these conspiracy theories have basically been proven true. Even if they haven't actually been proven true yet, it's to the point, like I said, where they can't hide it no more. People are dropping left and right on a daily basis. People are dying suddenly, which, by the way, if you have not seen Died Suddenly, make sure you get over to Rumble and check that out. And if you're watching the show on Rumble, appreciate you. You're fucking awesome, right? But basically, they can't hide it no more. It's happening on a daily basis, and of course, the left-wing liberal media is not reporting on it, but we are, right? The conservative media, and it's basically getting to the point where it's going to get brought to the forefront, right? So one thing that we do have, I guess, kind of going for us good right now to kind of expose what has been deemed dis and misinformation and basically expose the truth of it is the fact that we now have a GOP-led House, right? So what the House is able to do, of course, they're not going to be able to really get anything past the unipartyists over in the Senate, of course, because the Democrats do have majority in the Senate right now. And even if they do manage to get it past that, Biden has already said, I'll veto it, right? In the creepiest way possible. And so what they are capable of doing is they are capable of putting together these investigative committees to where basically they can bring people before Congress and make them, testify, and they can basically grill them. They could get all this all the stuff going on with the Biden crime family. They could open up investigations into the DOJ, the FBI, basically all the partisan corruption that has been going on with these, three-letter entities that really should not exist in the United States. And basically they can expose a lot of this truth and bring it to the forefront, right? That's basically the best thing that they're able to do. Also, the fact that they are able to kind of hold on to the purse strings and kind of prevent, Congress from passing these major fucking bills. But of course, we're still going to have the Democrats trying to put forth bills that like anti-racism and things like that, to where basically if you don't vote with it, then basically, oh, that means you're a racist, and they're going to try and tag you as a racist, or some, just some shit like that. Basically, it's basically they're going to give it this whole, thing like the Patriot Act or something like that. And basically like, oh, if you vote against it, well, are you not a patriot? And really, as we know, it's so they could either spy on us, or they could take away more of our freedoms, or so they could do a lot of these, pork barrel fucking bills with all these earmarks and all this fucking extra bullshit on there. So essentially, the GOP-led Congress is going to be able to do those two things, right? So that's essentially the silver lining right now in America. But what we do have to worry about is the fucking globalist elites, these fucking Bond villain pieces of shit out here that are basically out here destroying the entire world economy, so that way they can initiate the Great Reset and basically start over anew under a whole new fucking totalitarian fucking, I don't know, whatever the fuck they're planning on doing, right? But either way, I appreciate all you guys stopping by. That's about all I got for you. Don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, share this channel out, share this video out. Make sure if you guys are not subscribed to us on Alt Tech, make sure you guys are definitely subscribing on Alt Tech. We're on BitChute, we're on Rumble. The Liberty Reborn channel is our joint channel that we're both going to be uploading to. Definitely check out the Liberty Swine channel. You could also find him on Alt Tech. He's also on Rumble. He's also on BitChute. He's on Minds. He's on Gab. He's literally everywhere. But yeah, that being said, we appreciate all you guys. If you would like to come on the show, if you'd like to have a conversation with us, anything like that, make sure you hit us up on the old Twitters, on True Social, wherever the fuck you feel like hitting us up. Hit us up in the comments. Yeah, that being said, we appreciate all of you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Fuck off.